What's the proper way to prepare chroot to recover a broken Linux installation? This question relates to questions that are asked often. The procedure is frequently mentioned or linked to off-site, but is not often clearly and correctly stated. In an objective to concentrate useful information in one place, this question seeks to provide a clear, correct reference for this procedure. What are the proper steps to prepare a chroot environment for a recovery procedure? In many situations, repairing a broken Linux installation is best done from within the installation. But if the system won't boot, how do you fix it from within? Let's assume you manage to boot into an alternate system. Once there, you need to access your broken installation in order to fix it. Many recovery how-tos recommend using chroot in order to run programs as if you are actually booted into the broken installation. What is the basic procedure? Are there accepted best practices to follow? What variables need to be considered in order to adapt the basic preparation steps to a particular recovery task? As this is Community Wiki, feel free to edit this question to improve it as well.
Here are some resources. ArchLinux Wiki on Change Root, ArchLinux Wiki on reinstalling Grub, Gentoo Wiki on chroot from a livecd. Changing root or chrooting is a method for zooming in on part of your file system, so that, for example, /path will refer to what was formerly accessible at /mnt/path. The root in the expression chroot refers to the root file system / not to the root user. Though typically you will need root user privileges in order to chroot. Preparation. All the steps in this guide will have to be performed as root user. We suppose your hard disk is at /dev/sda1 and its file type is x3. If you don't know the location and file type of your disk, read the output of disk-l. Be sure that the architectures of the system you booted into, for example it's a 32-bit livecd, and the system you wish to enter, for example it's a 32-bit installation on your hard drive, match. You can determine the architecture you booted with using uname. Be sure any kernel modules you need have been loaded. Set up your network if you need it, for example, to install updated packages. Initialize your swap partition if necessary, for example, swap on /dev/sda3. Performing the chroot. If your /boot directory is on a different partition from your / and you want to manipulate files on it, for example, if you'll be working with Grub, performing a kernel upgrade, etc., you will also need to mount that partition. If it's at /dev/sda2 and its file type is x2, then do. Similarly for any other parts of your file system, /var/user, that reside on separate partitions but which you need access to. Generally when you're chrooting to fix something you won't need access to /home, so you don't need to bother with it. It's also possible to mount file systems after you've chrooted, but it's smarter to do so beforehand. The reason is that when you do it after, the outside /kernel environment won't know about the mounted file systems, so if you forget to unmount them before exiting the chroot, the system won't know to unmount them when it shuts down, either. This could damage those file systems. If you've set up your network and want to use it in the chrooted system, copy over /etc/resolve.conference, so that you'll be able to resolve domain names. Now you're ready to move into the mounted file system. If this returns an error, chroot column cannot run command/bin/bash column exec format error. This usually indicates that you booted with one architecture, for example x86_32, and are trying to chroot into another, for example x86_64. The solution is to use a livecd which has the same architecture as the system you want to chroot into. At this point, you're still running the kernel you booted with, but all paths/path will refer to what used to be /mnt/path. If you'll be doing anything with grub, you'll need to be sure your /etc/mnab file is up to date. It might also be helpful at this point to do your dirty work. At this point, you can perform whatever troubleshooting you need to do. Reinstall grub to your disk's MBR. Reset a forgotten password. Perform a kernel upgrade, or downgrade. Rebuild your initram disk. Fix your /etc/stab. Reinstall packages using your package manager. Whatever. Cleaning up. When you're finished, ensure that all running programs have stopped. Then exit the chroot. Now unmount all the partitions you mounted. Finally, attempt to unmount your hard drive. If you get an error saying that /mnt, or any other partition, is busy, this can mean one of two things. A program was left running inside of the chroot. Or more frequently, a mount point still exists on this mount. For example, /mnt/user is still mounted when trying to unmount /mnt. In the latter case, simply unmount the offending mount point first. To get a reminder of all the current mount points, run mount with no parameters. Finally,
if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.